Hello and welcome. Welcome to Mother's Tarot and Sound Healing, Vibrational Healing, and Biofield Combing. Today, this video, tarot. There's some things going on, and now some of you that have been with me a while, and thank you, by the way, and welcome to my new subscribers too. And what the new ones may not know, the older ones do, is I keep tabs on what's going on in regards to the military-industrial complex and the false flag operation that they have been working towards for the last 70 years. Probably longer. I'm thinking longer. There were some people into it before that, but 70 years since the military got involved in it. Okay. There were other people before that. And one of the people I keep, there's two people that I keep real close tabs on that have been in this game. They've had their boots on the ground, investigating into it up and beyond their eyeballs. For one of them since 1979. And the other one had his first experience in 1974 due to a near-death experience. He became a trauma doctor. So he has been busy in it when he left his trauma field in the medical emergency room. He ran the department. He ran it for 10 years. Walked away. To work on disclosure because someone from within approached him and asked him. And like me, he cares about the future of our children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. So much so, it can bring him to tears, and it has. And not so much about any other worldly beings, but about military-industrial complex people on this planet. They're sleepwalking through this. So, anyway, and that is Dr. Stephen Greer I'm talking about. Now, the one thing that has changed since 2025, and today's the 14th of February. Dr. Stephen Greer, as of yesterday, I think it was yesterday, put out his 6th podcast. These are weekly podcasts. And I listened to the number 6. And yeah. The false flag is gearing up. It's coming. And the other guru of mine who's been at this longer than Greer, almost 20 years. Let's see. Okay, let's say closer to 15. Linda Moulton Howe. You'll find her at earthfiles.com. So, Earth Files on YouTube, she's got a channel, or her website, earthfiles.com. Thousands of interviews, documents with the military people. Because that's all she really dealt with for. Well, she's now starting to really open up to the regular people and their experiences as far as using that on her information. I mean, yeah, the bulk of her stuff has been with the military people. They can prove they're in it, and they can prove their rank and all that. So, but anyway, I'm going to be using the law of attraction. How are we doing on time? 5 minutes. Okay. Law of attraction tarot, and there's a new layout spread I one of the girls, one of my soul sisters in the Homeschool Tarot Society. This came out of, I think it was Pollock's The 78 Degrees of Wisdom book that we're reading, I think. Anyway, so it's called the work cycle layout. So the signifier, which you have to pull before you go shuffling, the signifier I have pulled, and my question is going to be for us, what will the results be for the false flag operation of the military-industrial complex? Because they've been back engineering for 70 years, and they've got what looks like the real deal. It looks like it. Now, President Eisenhower is the one that warned us about the military-industrial complex, didn't I? No, I didn't. Okay, here it is. I'm going to read this little bit to you. President Dwight coined his own phrase about the military-industrial complex. The statement was spoken just days before Eisenhower left office in 1961. I was born in 54. He was president at that time, I think. Should I write that down? I read it in my little note here. Yeah, I was born in 54, and he entered office in 1953 during World War II. He was our 34th president. So, this, when we look at what's going on, so the timing, right? For shock and awe, for distraction, for smoke and mirrors. Yeah. So, it was at the time the United States was sitting atop a huge military establishment built from its participation in 3 major wars. This buildup led Eisenhower to caution against the misplacement of power and influence of the military. Okay, so have you looked at the pie of the budget that is allocated for the states? I don't really want to use the word united, but we have funds that's allocated. What is it? Something like, it's more than 50% of our budget, of our tax dollars. They get the biggest haul of all. So when I pulled the signifier card, I pulled the 10 of Swords. Okay, you see that? That ship's in a storm. It hasn't toppled yet. But the 10 of Swords is the end of a line. It's the end. And that's why I picked that, because, and I also got clearance from my higher self, who's much smarter than me, and my spirit guides. And about this card being correct. Yeah. Got their approval. Okay, what will the results be for the fake flag operation of the military-industrial complex? So the signifier is the Ten of Swords. The next card I'm going to pull is going to lay out over the signifier. And it represents, I got one sliding out. I wonder who this bitch is. Signifier is the inner self. Okay, let me ask. Is this... All right, because this one just slid out. Okay. Spirit guides, my higher self. Is this the inner self that is supposed to cover the Ten of Swords? Okay. I don't know who this beach is. I've seen her a lot lately. What we got here? We have got the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. I wonder who she is. Okay. Oh, well, let's see what the book says about the Queen of Wands. Well, we'll do that in a minute. Okay, I'm going to lay them all out first and then shuffle them up just a little bit more. And after I get them laid out, then I'll start reading out the book and also taking a look at what this means. Okay, here we go. And now we're doing the outer self, the doing part. So this queen represents the inner workings of the military-industrial complex, the inner self. Let's hope it's a good thing she's showing up. Let's hope. Okay, now the outer self, the doing. Oh, 14. Make sure I've got who I... Huh, interesting. Just pulled Temperance. So Temperance is the doing. We read it upright. It lays across the inner self. But this is the outer doing. So, and Temperance is about alchemy. It's about mixing. So, they want the right mixture, because they don't want to deal with more trouble than they're prepared for, I guess. Because I don't really think they want to. I don't know. Let's see where this goes. Okay, so Temperance is the outer self, the doing, and then we have the past experience, and this is for the military-industrial complex. They are who this reading is about. Oh yeah. We have got, it's the King of Swords. Isn't he special up on his horse with the bullwhip? Smashing it, chasing the people. So this is the past experience for the military-industrial complex. And this false flag episode that is coming real soon. Okay, expectations. We got the Emperor. So What's the expectations on the Emperor here? I've got endurance. That's what they're looking for. Endurance. Okay. Now, the next three cards are work cards. This is the work going on within the military-industrial complex. All right. After that, I lay down outcome, and then I lay down results. Okay. Let's see where we're going here. Work. First work card. The moon. Ignorance. Okay. Well, that's, just one of my words for the moon. We'll check the book, though. Check the book. But look at her. See, look at me scurrying around in the elements. Looking over his shoulder. Okay, let's see what the next one says. We have a 7 of Pentacles. Okay. I'm going to show it to you. There are 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 5 empty chairs. 1 empty stool, or a partial chair. Let's see. So this is about resources. So, all right. So we got the moon. We got resources. 7 of Pentacles. What else we got here? Another King. Pentacles. King Pentacles. Looks like a lot of brain power going on there, doesn't it? In this card, it does anyway. My little cheat sheet has obviousness for identifying words, which I think is interesting because the brain is on full display right here. Does that mean we're going to see their thought process and all this? They ain't going to talk to us before this happens. Okay, so let's see what the outcome card is. We got the 6 of Wands. My cheat sheet says amusement. We'll check the book, though. And, Jesus. The results? 2 of Pentacles. Let's see what the shadow card is. Yeah. This is the Knight of Pentacles. Look at his stance there. Okay. Yeah. Elbow on the bar. Leaning back against it. Okay. Now I'm going to pull out the little book here and see what the law of attraction has to say about what we're looking at here. So the signifier card is the 10 of Swords. And where's my little, there we go. I get my eyeball, my extra eyeball. Okay. So, the Ten of Swords, the signifier here, which actually, yeah, in parentheses, it says the defeat, remorse, physical pain, tears, animosity, and disappointment. If you don't know how to counteract the conflict that prevents you from fulfilling your dream, seek the reason why. That's what it says. Okay. And then we have the Queen of Wands, okay, covering the military-industrial complex. Okay, the Queen of Wands. The confidant is what it says in parentheses. The confidant. A friendly person who is reliable and sincere. Exploit the sense of logic and common sense you are gifted with to move even closer to your dream. The person that popped into my head there, Larazano. I know I'm sabotaging his name. The one that supposedly took the higher ground and left the intelligence department. He did. He's intelligence all the way. Louis Elizondo. I think you know who I'm talking about. That guy. That guy. Do not buy that he's as pure as the driven snow, because he ain't. Okay, now we've got the outer self, the doing. And this was temperance, right? Yeah, temperance. 14 major arcana. That's temperance. Okay. The doing in temperance. Let's see what the major arcana in here says. 14. Reflection. So there. It says, be careful not to climb the ladder of success too quickly and then realize too late that you have leant it against the wrong wall. Okay. So it feels like they're doing this very gingerly at the moment. Okay. Now, the past experience, and this is where we have the King of Swords. All right. Look at that. Whipping them into shape. Just whipping them with a bullwhip. Chasing them. See that man, he represents all the little people. The peasants. You know, because that's what they think we are. Even if you're making, say you're making, let's go for 300,000. I'm sure you're not anything but a peasant, because I think you're just maybe keeping up with the Joneses at that point, aren't you? I don't know. It feels a little bit like that. Okay, then we have the Emperor. The Emperor comes out in expectations. Emperor. Okay. Inner maturity, it says about the Emperor. Your dream will come true more easily if you rely only on yourself. If you stand steadfast in your values and never compromise your equilibrium. Mm-hmm. Who does that sound like? At the moment? The felon occupying 47. Okay. So now we go into the work that's going on. The next major arcana is the moon. Yeah. The moon. So let's see, besides lunacy, we got unseen things going on. We just can't quite figure that out. Can't quite see it too clear. It's an illusion. It's deceptive. It's a deception. Okay, let's see what it says about the moon. Number 18. 18. How are we doing on time? Okay. Here we go. In parentheses, it says negative convictions. Don't stop at what impedes you from realizing your dream. But think big, because human potential is much greater than you think. Now we got the Seven of Pentacles. It's interesting, they got all these empty chairs. I lost track of one of my little tabs, I think. Hold on just a sec. Here we go. I got it. Pentacles. There we go. Okay, yeah, this is the Seven of Pentacles. This is the middle work card. All right. I just thought it was interesting how those chairs were empty. But yet here it says about the Seven of Pentacles, progress, financing, good negotiations, winnings from gambling, everything you undertake to make your dream come true is destined to grow. Okay. And then we've got the King of Pentacles. One with the brain. The gears. They got gears in there, you know? You see that? The gears are moving, they're grinding, they're thinking, they're working. Okay. And so we got the banker, it says in parentheses. He's the banker. A mature man, both wealthy and influential, will be willing to bestow his favors upon you and help you from an economic viewpoint. Cultivate his friendship. Huh. Interesting. So we're working with the Queen of Wands on the inside and the King of Pentacles. Oh, and the King of Swords. And then the outcome is the Six of Wands. I've got one more card after this, remember? Six of Wands. Now he's just hoeing the field by hand, no less. Mountain range up behind him. Six of Wands. It says the reward. What is the reward? The realization of your dream will occur when you least expect it. Perhaps it will be necessary to examine it up close or even reconstruct some parts of it. Doesn't sound like a done deal, does it? No, don't. Then we have the results, which is the Two of Cups. It is Two of Cups. The Two of Cups, huh? I wonder, what does my little cheat sheet say about the Two of Cups? It says trust. Cups are relationships. Twos are two like-minded people. Okay, so harmony is in the parentheses for this one. Artistic affinity, selfless friendship, romance. Your dream can come true only if you can make a decision in keeping with the circumstances. Romance. Your dream can come true only if you can make a decision in keeping with the circumstance. Oh, and then let's look at this. The Knight of Wands, our shadow card. Behind him, he's cooking. Okay. Knight of Wands. The Bachelor. In order to make your dream come true, you will have to make a quick decision concerning a change. Potential help from a person outside the family. Huh. Interesting. How's it feel? How's it feel? When they do this, there's going to be some clarity coming through. Not just for them either, but for people. Because their game is going to be revealed. There may be enough of us on the planet that have been knowing and watching and aware and talking about this. It feels like it may have an impact that, because if you haven't been listening to the podcast, Dr. Stephen Greer, you should listen to number 6. Because you see, everything that has been happening in the field of abductions, because, see, Dr. Greer, he actually experienced an abduction during a near-death experience. when he was 17 years old, and it wasn't with little grays. It wasn't with anything that didn't look friendly, loving, supportive, interested. The last thing on their mind was harming any of us. The first thing on the military-industrial complex's mind is to harm, to experiment. Did you hear that word? Experiment. Everything that has hit the news that has been negative is because of the military-industrial complex. What has happened with abductions, mutilations of cattle, is the handiwork of the military-industrial complex. The shock and awe. It's the military-industrial complex. So, when the day comes, and it will, you're going to see ships up in the sky above. Huge friggin' ships. See, the hologram thing is real. And in reality, those ships probably won't be near the size that it's going to look like it is. You know, looking up there, and it's going to look like you can't see from one end to the other end of that ship. It's so big. It's a false flag operation. And so, and I feel there's going to be about a week. They're going to shut everything off. And I mean everything. Just a week. So, have some extra water on hand. I'm not saying go crazy. Don't go crazy. Just get a little extra. Get a little extra. That's all you need. You don't need to go crazy. Don't go gaga stupid on it. You know? Look at it like, well, when was it, John? When I guess the last year that I drove truck. I was back home here in the Northwest Washington State, the beautiful Kitsap County. And a snowstorm came in. We were without power for an entire week. So, look at it that way. You ain't going to have electricity. You're not going to have all the comforts. But as long as you got what you need, you know, if it's cold in your area, have extra blankets, you know. You get things secondhand, you know. Don't buy brand new, you know. But yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Yes, don't freak out. Understand that you're being played. This is a power struggle deal, and we just happen to have the correct POTUS, fake POTUS, for the job. So, yeah. Because you're the last thing. You and I are the last thing he cares about. So, anyway. All right, I'm going to pull some oracles now. Because, yeah. Because the major players here. Okay. We got Hold on just a second. I'm going to show you something. I mean, I see major players here on the board. And let's see. Player, 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 player. Okay. We got the Emperor, which you know who that is. The fake POTUS. And then we've got King of Pentacles and a King of Swords. I've noticed it. And the Queen of Wands. So there's 4 major players here. 4 of them. CIA's in here. Excuse me. And so the Ten of Swords is the signifier because it is the end. The end of once this false flag happens, it's the end of this waiting. For those of us who know that this is coming down the pike, it is the end of the military-industrial complex waiting to spring this on the world. Oh, I remember now. Yeah, what he said, what Greer said. Because of our weakened position, okay? I mean, before the fake felon, well, he's a felon, fake 45, 47 came along, we were thought to have most of our shit in one sock. And no, we're not. And we are not the only player on the planet. Russia and China, they've been back engineering. Russia longer. Hitler was obsessed with all of this way before his time. And that's what it is. The players, they're fractured. They are fractured. That's the word that Guerrero used. They're fractured. And that's what makes this what does it make it? Because one of them, it could be one of them that does false flag. And not, it not be, yeah, maybe that's what this is. Because the results are the 2 of cups, or the outcome. Oh no, the result. And the outcome is the 6 of wands. And the 2 of cups is the result. So if Russia does a false flag, or China, and it makes more sense that China would do it because economically, they are the healthiest. I mean, we got, the friggin' orange orangutan genius letting the muskrat just rip the shit out of everything. So, yeah. 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 China looks like it. That's what it feels like. Because money-wise and population-wise, for some reason, population-wise comes into play here. But money for sure. Economically, when we, before the orange orangutan and the muskrats are ripping the shit out of everything, China is close behind us. Yeah. Which my dad's popping in my mind. I told you. My dad died in 1972 in January. I was 17, barely. All of the time, he would say to my mom, and for me to hear, do not buy anything from China. Do not buy anything from China. We had strict living orders. Thing is, Dad worked, right? He'd come home and he handed over the paycheck to my mom, who had an 7th grade education and dropped out in 8th grade. But she was smart. She was with numbers. She was much more intelligent than she ever believed she was. But anyway, being, she was one that usually picked up whatever needed to be picked up, purchased. And he would say all the time, every week, do not buy anything from China. So, yeah, now you go ahead and try it. I look at everything that I end up purchasing, and one of the last things I did was a frother, a coffee frother, and it made it look like it was the packaging and the print on it. It did everything it could not to identify it being made in China. But then I found the real little print with the help of my third eye. It's made in China. So, anyway, this is to tell you, this is coming, the false flag, and it is a false flag operation. Because when the real deal shows up, they're not coming here to destroy us. And evidently Nostradamus was saying, or the people that are reporting on him, they think that there's going to be a nuclear thing. I don't. I mean, maybe at some point it might look like that because of other reasons. But the thing is, when a nuke goes off here, they feel it in the Palladiums know it. Orion knows it. Lyra, Sirius, because they're so much more advanced and aware. And what happens here affects the stratosphere everywhere. That's why after we leveled Hiroshima, they showed up. And they've been parked over these silos around this planet ever since. They have shut them down time and time again to show their might. They haven't lashed out against any of us. The false flag operation's coming, and it's coming soon. Thing is, too, is what I've gotten, and the astrologers are saying too that come June, this heavy, very difficult energy we're dealing with is going to lift. About June. That's what's coming. So, whatever comes down the pike, hang on. Grab your popcorn, ride it out. Be prepared to go a week without any power, just prepare for a week. Yeah. So, all right, I'm gonna leave it like what? And oh yeah, it's gonna do an oracle for us. Okay. Haven't done a Beyond the Mirror in a while. So, this is all about the industrial complex. So I'm going to do one from the Starseed Oracle. All right. First, I'll pull Beyond Lemuria. Right there. All right. And I got my the just for today. For this next week. They're loaded. And when I do that, I was doing it today and I'm thinking, I wonder. I just wonder what is coming as far as the energy goes for those days because of the message that come out. Yeah. Anyway, it's me thinking, wandering. Great wanderer, I think. The eyeball down here. Here we go. Look down there, it's got that eyeball. I guess this kind of looks like it could be an eyeball too, doesn't it? Yeah, but that's a star. One down below is a real eyeball. This is Earth Star Chakra Initiation. How apropos, huh? How apropos. It says, you are standing at a gateway into the unknown with trust in your heart, ancient remembering in your soul, an inner illumination to light the way. You have access to the seat of creation, the spark of existence, and the codes that hold the blueprints of who and what we are. This place is clear and grounded despite moving through multi-dimensional realms and able to bridge worlds while functioning in physical reality. The higher you reach for the divine and the realms of spirit, the more important it is to anchor deeply to the earth. That's what it says. I started anchoring to the center of the earth. I think I became mindful to do that, which means they're speaking to me. So when I ground, anchor me to the center of the earth. And then I anchor my crown deep into the Holy of Holies, in service to the love and light of the one infinite creator source, the omnipotent one. And then I cloak myself in divine healing white light of protection. And I include my ancestors, my past bloodline, my current day bloodline, my children, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles, cousins, and my future bloodline, my great-great-grandchildren and beyond. All cloaked in the divine healing white light of protection with me. And so it is. Namaste. Thank you. Get So, got it. Okay, now, the last message here for us is from the Starseed Oracles. A lot of us starseeds. I know I am. Pretty sure you are too. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Pretty much got to be aware. And that's all it is, being aware. I became aware when I was a small child. This ain't my natural home. I've always known it. One just fell into my lap. Is that one or two? Two fell into my lap. Oh. I got a feeling this is perfect. Are we doing? Oh, God, I can't believe it took us an hour. Okay, cracked open. Really? Cracked open. It says rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. And this second one, I'm going to read it both. Perspective. How many times have I been talking about perspective? None of this matters. Zoom out. Common ground. Okay, I'm going to read a cracked open. Sorry this is so long. Hopefully you'll watch this in bits and pieces or in bite-sized amounts. Cracked open. Got it. All right. Here we go. Cracked open. All right, let me get my eyeball here. Is there? Okay, yeah, gotta read it all. All right. Don't let the weight and density of the world squash your tender spirit. Instead, let it call even more of it home into your body. At the center front of your life, it's through the extreme pressure of life's trials that diamonds are cultivated. It's when things are at their darkest that we cultivate proper faith and our light is ignited. It's through the crumbling that we can allow our wounds to be alchemized. Let your pain, sorrow, and losses make you, not break you. Let life alchemize your tragedies into gold. Be open to being cracked open, wide open. It's the difficult times that help us grow in leaps and bounds and in ways we could only dream were possible. But first, they have to crack us open. Sometimes it hurts like hell. It's nature's way. Whether you let it happen or not, it's going to happen. So surrender to the process. It's how the light gets in. When your heart cracks open a space, it is. Okay, hold on. When your heart cracks open, a space is created for your soul to more fully enter. Okay? When your soul cracks open, a space is created for the grace of the Holy Spirit to enter. Let your trials, your sorrows, your pains, and your losses transform you into more and more of yourself. Stay open to the possibility that your tragedies, your losses, your sorrows, and your hurt happen for you, not to you. Bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open. because the world needs you open. Surrender to the alchemy of life. I love that. Wow. Okay. All right. Ending with perspective. That was a hell of a message. A hell of a message. Okay. Here we go. Got it. Here we go. Perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out. Common ground. Take a step back and look at the bigger picture of your life. Step away from the blinkered vision and reactivate frame of mind of me against them. Change your perspective. Shift your point of view and zoom out, out, out. We are but a speck of dust in the universe, yet we think everything revolves around us. We see the planet as ours to own and conquer, pillaging the land and setting ourselves up for our eventual extinction. We build fences and walls and create invisible borders. Mother Earth doesn't need us to survive, but we need her. It's time to wake up. A new perspective is urgently needed. We become so lost in our individual experience that we don't realize that most of the things that keep us awake at night are actually distractions. We're wasting our precious time and resources fighting each other when we should be coming together to heal what's been severed. This moment is a breath in the timeline of your life. Okay. Okay. All right. This life is a fleeting moment in the tapestry of your soul's experience. Your soul's experience is a flash in the timeline of the known universe. And the known universe is a grain of sand in the unknown universe. Take a moment to see the bigger picture, to find common ground, to find deep compassion in your heart, to gain a greater perspective of humanity. In this fleeting moment, in the timeline of your soul's existence, in the timeline of all that is, was, and ever will be. Starseed Soul Inquiry here is, how are you being called to change your perspective? Wow. That was heavy. And we needed it. We needed that message. I needed it. And I'm sure many others also. Okay. I love y'all. Sending y'all agape love. Take real good care of yourself. Remember to breathe. Oh, and if you did not check out my sound healing session, the 1 hour free session, you really should. It'll heal you. My face was stuck in a smile. My whole body, I could feel smiling for a strong hour and a half after the session had ended. You know, I mean, it was a smile. couldn't take it down. It was just plastered. So if you made it this far, please do check out the sound healing that I did yesterday. Okay? Today's happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. All right. I love y'all. Sending you Gopi love. Love yourself. Love the others. Be the light because you are the light. All right. I'll see you in the next video.